There's so much more you can do with your life besides dooming, being a doomer. I have compiled a list for you guys and girls. It's so much more to life. I don't like this new dooming epidemic that I'm seeing. I think that is demonic. I think that is evil. And I think that stuff like that, like emotions are contagious. You know, people are out here putting out doomer content. It doesn't make sense to be making content telling people that like life sucks and what's the point. It's just scary that I'm seeing this so much these days. So maybe this my channel is meant to do, you know. I talk about being the chosen one and narcissistic abuse, and I'm thinking I gotta add, you know, a dooming, how to fight the dooming epidemic going on this channel also. So, you know, it's so much more to life than becoming a doomer. Let's start from there. But, you know, the first thing that you can do, find yourself a hobby. It's so much hobbies you could be doing in this life, you know. Sports. You could play some basketball, but you'd rather go be a doomer. You could get into arts, but you'd rather be a doomer. Go draw, paint, get your emotions onto something that's like expressing you as a person. Get into social media. Maybe not doom scrolling, but more of like content creation, but doing it for like more of a positive message. You know, imagine if your kids are seeing this stuff. You have children, you're making content about life is just worthless. What do you think you're teaching kids out there, teaching your own children, your family that are young? Like, oh, dad said life is worthless. Oh, my uncle said, what's the point of living? Like, stuff like that, you could really affect somebody in a bad way. Get out there and read. Read the Bible. Read a good book. Read some Stephen King. There's so much cool books out there you can read. I love stuff on like space or history. There's so much stuff you could do besides dooming. Just don't sit there stagnantly. Also, you could write your emotions down. I had a phase when I was becoming a doomer. That's why I care about the subject so much, because I went through it myself, man. I had a part in my life where I was becoming a doomer. I was going through depression, anxiety. I was dealing with my PTSD coming back from Afghanistan. I started writing down like raps and stuff, and like it was just a hobby, just to like have something to do sometimes. Just writing down like little raps and listening to beats, and before you know it, I started writing down my life story and like poetry and raps. It was therapy in its own way. It was therapy. Putting that stuff on paper. Please excuse all the craziness with the honking. I'm from the East Coast. People out here honk the talk. That's how they communicate. If you know, you know. But so next, avoid doomers and people that are just miserable. Like I said, emotions are contagious. You do not want to be around people like that. I swear to you, some people are sent by the devil to throw you off rail of your life. Be careful what you let your mind consume. I don't like some of these contents. I respect all content creators. You know, you took the time out to create these things, but I don't respect telling people that life is worthless and what's the point. Like, it's just, that's creepy. And kids are watching this stuff, not even understanding life yet. It's Gen Zs and Gen Alphas that are super young, that don't understand life yet, and they're looking at this stuff, and they will believe you, and you just leading people to the slaughter. It's evil. If you're gonna be a doomer, do it on your own. You know, you don't gotta try to force it on other people, especially these young folks out here. They gotta live this world. They're the future. Give them something. Give them some good food to digest. You know, you could be a doomer and say, I look at life like this, but I want you guys to be better than me. Something. What I'm seeing out here is ridiculous. I don't like it, and I gotta put my 2 cents in because I got a kid, and I don't want him growing up to ever think like that. I just don't. Find your purpose in life. That's going to come through, taking a season of isolation, taking a year to just be by yourself to figure out what you want to do. It's people that been in relationships for years and they're just now maybe becoming single and they just want to hop into the next thing. That's the worst thing you could do. Take the time to be by yourself, people. If you just keep hopping from one relationship to another one, yeah, you're going to be a doomer for real. Because you're going to think that everything is just horrible because you didn't take time to look within. Take that time to write down some raps, you know, put it on some paper, like I was saying. Take that time, you know, find your purpose. It's going to come from being okay with being alone sometimes. I'm not trying to tell you avoid people, but just take that time to find yourself. It comes when you're by yourself. It's kind of funny, it's put like that. You find yourself when you are by yourself. You ain't going to find yourself in the fog, or you ain't going to find yourself in a crowd of fake people. It's just how it is. You got to break from the crowd and break from the flock of the sheeple and be your own person. Go your own way. But Frank Sinatra has that song, I did it my way. Hey, he wasn't a doomer. Frank Sinatra had it figured out. So take your time to be alone. And stop judging yourself so hard, doomers. If there's a doomer out there, stop being so hard on yourself. You're going to be okay. Give yourself some time. And don't judge other people and their situations so hard. There's so much of this, like, oh, I'll never date a person again. Oh, I don't want to work a 9 to 5 because I saw this person do that. It's like, dude, that's life. People want to do stupid stuff. We're only humans. We're not angelic beings. We are human beings. We are born here sinners. We're born sinners. We do a lot of wrong. That don't mean you got to keep on embracing it. That don't mean you got to run from it. But it's like, understand that we are who we are. You could try to control what's best in your interest to control, not try to pass that dark philosophy like that to the next person, especially these young folks out here. Give them a chance to be happy. So stop judging everything. But, you know, at the same time, you do got to judge some situations. You have to use that discernment. Use that discernment to judge some people. If you get a gut feeling around somebody like, hey, man, this is a bad person, trust that. That gut will keep you alive. Those gut feelings when you're around somebody that's not on the right alignment with God, or not on the right, just a negative person, you know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know. But most people feel it. They just ignore it. Some situations you do got to judge. But most times, you know, like when it's just you, except for thinking like, oh, I hate this. Be like, am I being too hard about the situation? And just, you know, go take those steps. Take those steps into the right direction. So, you know, like, don't judge everything so hard. It's just a part of life. You gotta learn to relax a little bit. Let the inner doomer just kind of die off. You know, you have kids. I can't be a doomer to my son. I can't do it. Like, my life is worth living. My life is beautiful. I want the world to be a beautiful place for him. So yeah, use that discernment. And also smile. I'm not trying to tell you just be a psycho smiling all day. No, I'm just saying that if you like talking to a person at the store, they have a little kid, and the kid is over here smiling at you, just not going to smile back at the baby. The other day I was doing a DoorDash, and I was giving this elderly woman order, and I think she was like babysitting a grandchild. This baby was maybe like a few months old, and he just was an adorable baby. And he just smiling at me. And I'm like, man, let me hold the door for you, because she's trying to hold the door open with one hand and give me this passcode for the order with the other. So I'm like, let me hold your door for you, ma'am. It's okay. I'm holding this adorable baby. He just staring at me and cracking up. And I was just like, I started cracking up too. It's contagious. The emotions are contagious. I love children. That baby just, maybe he saw that I was a good person. He's wanting to smile at me. And stuff like that you need. I remember one time I was doing a delivery on DoorDash, like, man, I be doing these deliveries and then stuff be happening. I was dropping this order off to this person's steps, and this random little girl was walking. She was the neighbor of the person I was delivering the food to, and her mom and dad were walking up, and she might have been 5, and she was like, she waved hi to me, and I waved back. I was like, hello, and then she told her dad something. I didn't hear it, and he was like, oh, you gotta ask the guy. And I'm like, oh, what's going on? So I kept on delivering. I didn't like act like I heard what was going on. I was just trying to mind my business. And then she said something to her mom. She said, can I give him a hug? And the mom was like, well, you gotta ask him if it's okay. Let's see. And she asked me, is it okay? And I was like, hell yeah, she'll give me a hug. I was like, my son lives in Texas. I don't get to see him. My son is 10. I wish I had him to give a hug to. I miss him so much. I was like, of course you can have a hug. And I gave her a hug, and I told her, you are so kind. Thank you. Stuff like that makes the world into a better place. She might always remember that. You know, she might always remember that. It's about giving the next generation a chance. What would the doomer have done? Oh, I don't want no hugs. I'm okay. They probably would have said something mean like that to a poor innocent child. I don't want no hugs. It's negative. Don't be a doomer, people. Shoot, maybe delete social media. I'm gonna end it with that one. Take a break from the social media. I think that people become doomers from just judging their life so hard. Stop being so hard on yourself. Life is beautiful, but you gotta let it do its thing. You might be dealing with some bad karma, but that don't mean it's gonna be like that forever. Like, live your life. Life is beautiful. Make friends. Get rid of people that's not supposed to be around you. Get rid of the narcissist in your life. It's crazy. I woke up one day and I saw that everybody in my life was narcissists. I got up out of all these situations as fast as I could. I was not getting stuck in that. Please, y'all. I hope that this message hits whoever needs to hear it. There's so much more to life than being a doomer. I'm gonna be fighting this epidemic on the front lines because I love these new generations. I want them to have a good chance because, believe it or not, when I was a kid, I grew up in a place where it was not a good chance. I grew up in the hood, and I hate seeing how some of these kids are just growing up with just blank, no emotion. Like, if they live through life so fast already, and it's hard. I know some of these places are hard to live at, but we gotta try to do something better for these kids, especially on this social media. Putting out all this doomer content, at least, hopefully you being a stand-up person and make it 18 or older so kids ain't getting a hold of this stuff, because kids' minds are very impressionable. It's like a sponge. Life is worth living. Stay prayed up. Read the Bible. Talk to God. Seek Him. But that was my message for the day. I think I'm going to do another video after this. So make sure you like, share, and subscribe. My name is Chris Holland 1111. It's been real. Peace.